It's your boy Bobby Beast here. I want to talk about a subject that comes to mind, and that is the top 5 movies you should watch before watching Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. Now, what is going to be the first film I'm going to talk about? We're going to be talking about New Jersey Drive. For those of you who've never seen New Jersey Drive, it's a film that came out back in the day, I want to say around like 92, 93. And it's about a group of friends, and basically they jack cars. They're out there in New Jersey jacking cars. Now, why am I saying that this movie is going to be a reflection of Raising Kanan? Well, basically, it's set in that time era. It's pretty much like how things used to get down around that time. This movie came about, I want to say, because of like Boys in the Hood and all kind of other movies coming out around that time in the early 90s. Stories that took place in the hood was a big thing. So I think New Jersey Drive really did, it was one of those stories, and I think it's one of the most overlooked stories because back in the day it was very big. But in the long run, it's one of those movies I don't think it really made it across as it should, but it's still good for what it is. You can check it out if you wish. I liked it. I liked it growing up. It's a movie that does show how things is or were back then. It's a storyline pretty much about a friend who get caught up with another friend who likes to steal cars, and it just goes crazy. So check out New Jersey Drive when you can. Number 4, Above the Rim. For those of you, most people knows Above the Rim. This is a classic. This is a movie that's with like Tupac Shakur. You got Leon in it. You got all kind of people up in there. My boy Harris, who would go on to be in The Wire, one of the greatest shows of all time. And basically it's a storyline about a basketball player who's trying to make it. Tupac is the gangster of the neighborhood. Marlon Wayans is in it. He's with his crew, but at the same time, Marlon Wayans is best friends with the basketball player. Of course, your boy Harris is like Tupac's #1 bodyguard. And it's a situation where he's trying to convince the basketball player to be under him because it's something where the influence he sees, like if he influence dude, he'll like make it off of him. I think Tupac and Leon is brothers in this movie, and it's just a whole lot of stuff that goes on. Now, why I'm saying that this is connected, well, not connected, but is like Raising Kanan, is because basically it's a movie set around that time, and it's pretty much like that time of how things were, like how everybody was back in the day. It's a story that takes place out there in New York. It's good. It's a classic. You guys will enjoy it. If you've never seen a movie before, check it out. Check out Above the Rim. Now, movie number 3, New Jack City, and this is a classic. New Jack City, of course, is a storyline that's about, Wesley Snipes' character. He's the leader of a group. They run in the show. A lot of people. His name is Kanan. This one, biggest drug dealer in town in New York. Ice-T is an undercover cop trying to take him down. Basically, it's like a group of cool cops trying to take down the coolest drug dealers you'll ever meet. Now, why am I talking about this? Basically, because New Jack City was like the big drug dealer story back in the day. This is a classic. And basically, it's like, you see a boy, Snipes, pretty much being a legendary gangster. He's being a gangster. This is his Scarface role here. So it's great to see him be the way he is. They're running the streets. They're making money. This is pretty much what I think the character in Power Book 3 would want to be. This is who I think that Kanan will try to be, like the New Jack City type. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, like, when it comes to Book 3, Raising Kanan, I don't think we're going to get Kanan on that level just yet. I think it's going to happen. But one thing we never saw in Power was Kanan at his peak. By the time we got to Power, Ghost was already running things, and Kanan had fell because he got arrested. And basically, this right here may show some things where, okay, this is the peak Kanan may have. So I would say New Jack City. Now, number 2, we're going to number 2, Fresh. For those of you that don't know Fresh is a great movie. It's a classic, much like New Jersey Drive. It's one of the most overlooked films that's out, but for those who've seen it, they know it. It's pretty much a story about a young kid who's a drug dealer. He does what he does. He's trying to protect his sister, who's an addict. He's trying to protect his family and his friends. He's a very mature kid for his age. his father is like Samuel Jackson, living out in Central Park. I don't know if his pops is a bum or his pops is like somebody that's trying to make it, but they play chess with each other all the time. He's mainly teaching his son how to think. It's pretty much like a good father and son story, and it takes place in that time era of, the drug dealing and everything. And it's a really good story. So I definitely would recommend Fresh. You will really, really like that movie. So if you've never seen Fresh, check it out. It's a great film. It's a great film. You'll love it. I promise. I'm telling you, you're gonna love that. Movie number one here. Juice. That is correct. Juice, I think, is the main storyline that is influencing or mainly pushing Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. Juice is a classic. This also features Tupac and was his main role, his gangster role, probably just his main role, point blank period. The role of Bishop, where Juice was pretty much about a group of friends who pretty much just loved hanging out all day, skip school, whatever it may be. And they was there for each other. They fight for each other, everything. But the whole thing was, they was always running up and fighting people at all times. But then Tupac, Bishop, character in the movie, got a gun, got a little power, shot the number one enemy, started losing it. And then he got to the point he was shooting his friends and he was hunting his friends down because I think he was trying to cover up the murder. At the end of the day, when it comes down to it, check out Juice. I think Juice is going to play a big role in influencing Power Book 3 Kanan. When I look at the trailers and everything, all I see really is Juice. Like, not like, oh, this is just going to be Juice. No, but Juice influences this this TV show. If I would say that this would be Juice, the TV show, if it wasn't this Book 3. But yeah, I'd say Juice is the main influence over Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. So check it out if you've never seen it. I'm pretty sure you did. If you haven't, check it out. But yeah, this is a movie that you need to see, in my opinion. One of my favorites. Love Juice. Juice is a classic. But those are the top 5 movies that I say influences Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, and you should watch before watching Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. But I want to say to all of you that it is your boy Bobby Peace here. I just want to say much love, much respect, and I just want to say hold it down and one.